Week 13 college football predictions against the spread. Week 12 NFL predictions against the spread. Last week in college football for the second consecutive week, 4-1. Now I haven't really counted up my win-loss total for college football yet. I haven't done the same for the NFL, but I'm going to get to it, and by this time next week, I will calculate everything, and I will figure out my accuracy percentage. My goal for college football was to be at least 55% for the season overall, and I think I accomplished that. NFL, I kind of wanted to be around 50 to 55% as well. And I had a really slow start in the NFL. I had a lot of 1, 2, and 1s, a lot of 1 and 3s, and an 0 and 4. But I think if I can keep going, if I can pull off some 3 and 1s at the end of the road, I think I can get to that 52% accuracy. Because I had 2 consecutive 3 and 1 weeks. And last week I went 2 and 2. But I got kind of lucky because I had that Chiefs pick at plus 3.5 before that line went down to plus 3. Because that would have been a push. So I kind of got lucky there. But still, 2 and 2 last week in NFL. Not too bad. Not my best performance, but not my worst either. And I'm happy for that. So, before we get to that, let me just say I did a Thanksgiving Day football parlay. I predicted all 5 of the football games, the 3 NFL ones, the 2 college football ones. It's at the end of the Week 12 NFL predictions video if you want to take a look at that. So, let's start off with the Week 13 college football predictions. Now, this is rivalry weekend, so a lot of the lines are going to look a little bit small. Others could look very big, but anything can happen, though. But here are my picks for Week 13 of 2018 college football. We're starting off with Nebraska at plus 10. Nebraska has beaten the spread 6 out of the last 7 games. And the one time they didn't do it was against Bethune-Cookman, where they didn't really have to cover a spread, where they were I believe it was like a 49-point favorite or something ridiculous like that. But we're not asking for Nebraska to win by 47 here. We're just asking for them to not lose by double digits. And I don't think they do. I think the game against Iowa, kind of like what I said in the predictions video, that I think this game is not decided by anything more than 1 possession. And I'm taking that into effect. So I think Iowa wins the game, but I think Nebraska keeps it close within a possession. Nebraska plus 10, lock that in. NC State minus 7, I'm locking that over North Carolina. North Carolina, they're just looking forward to the season to end. It's just been a not so good of a season. North Carolina really hasn't done much ever since that one small appearance in the ACC championship game. Next pick, LSU plus 3. I don't understand why LSU's an underdog in this. Yes, I understand it's in Kyle Field, and yes, sometimes typically the home team gets 3 points automatically. But Texas A&M has not beaten LSU ever since they joined conference in the SEC. In fact, I don't think Texas A&M has beaten LSU at all in program history. And I know that Jimbo Fisher is kind of a different coach than what Kevin Sumlin is. Well, he's probably on a different caliber. But I think LSU, I think that they want to solidify a New Year's 6 slot. Maybe Texas A&M might play a little spoiler. Maybe cause that to go to somebody else as far as a New Year's 6 spot goes. But I think LSU, I think they'll be ready to play. They know they're not going to the college football playoff, but they can solidify a New Year's 6 bowl bid. I think they do that. LSU plus 3, locking it in. Arizona State minus 1.5. I feel like this is going to go either way. Arizona had a struggling start to the season, but they've kind of got some wins together. But I think Arizona State, they recover after a heartbreaking loss to Oregon last week. Arizona State minus 1.5, locking it in. And next, the final pick, Pittsburgh at plus 6 over Miami. Now, Pittsburgh pulled off the ups against Miami when they were number 2 in the country at this time last year. However, I can understand why Pittsburgh could be a 6-point favorite. Maybe Pittsburgh's looking ahead to the ACC championship game. Maybe that's the case. But this is a game where I think Pittsburgh will win but they'll have to grind it out. So when you're asking for Pittsburgh +6, you're asking for them to not lose by more than a touchdown. I don't think they do that. I think Pittsburgh wins this kind of in a struggling fashion, probably that kind of 20-14 type of game. I like Pittsburgh. And finally, the NFL picks. New England -10 over the Jets, Seattle +3, Minnesota -3, and the Houston Texans in a pick'em. So those are my picks against the spread. I'm liking these picks. I am pretty confident I'm going to go 4-1 again in college, and I think I'm going to go 3-1 in NFL this week. So comment your thoughts on my picks down below. Also, like, share, subscribe. I will see you next time.